Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return. Stadium, Baton Rouge. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. This conference matchup between two teams that do not like each other very much is a great way to get things started here in the conference. I'll keep you posted on the energy and atmosphere at the half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hits inside. It's Morrow. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Owens. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Aggies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
From the gun, it's Owens.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the 2nd level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
And the Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, the ground game. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Right at the line. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Reed on the play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. They'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Good coverage to knock that pass away.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Reed. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. Running inside, it's Berry.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The fake wants to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Got to make the play on fourth. Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. Past the 50. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A pick six. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. On the return, it's Harris. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Levitt. Going to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Brown. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Play action on 1st down. Look out! And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Levitt. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Changing the routes with his receiver. Here's Reed to throw. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
The Aggies are facing 3rd and inches. Churns into the pile. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. To the air, it's Reed. Left side is Horton.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give, it's Owens. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it. It's Morrow. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Coming out with it, it's Hall. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Dropping back, it's Levitt. Right side, it's Durham. Oh, he's got some space. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Takes a hit as he fires. Finds his man. It's Brown. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
He lets one fly deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Running the red zone. It's Berry. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Deep in the end zone, it's Bussey. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Reed. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Out wide right, it's Bussey. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. He'll pull it down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. The give on 4th. Shakes off the defender. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. 1st down.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Throwing Reed. Stepping to the right. Got the 1st down himself. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. The run inside. It's Morrow. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Spreads out 4 receivers, trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and 7. Reed. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Unloads in the nick of time.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, LSU. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Extra point here will tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Owens. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Looking long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. He's changing the play. 4th down, Reed. Fires to the right. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to...
Fires toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
To throw, it's Levitt. Deep shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Straight ahead, it's Morrow. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Tight end finds a soft spot. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Here's Reed to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turns it on at midfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and
wide open spaces. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
The defense have been doing a pretty good job bottling this guy up. They knew that was a big key in this game, but this guy's got the ability where it just takes one, David, and that was the play right there. Nice vision, able to get into the open field, and his speed did the rest.
And that's why you keep handling the football. Like, he's going to get stopped, sure, but any given moment, he can make the big play for this offense. They'll keep feeding him because he is that dude.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. From deep, it's Morrow. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Now here's Reed. Heaves it deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Has to have it on fourth down. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. In your own territory, fourth down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. Reed finds his target. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
Snags it. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Ben, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Sets his feet. It's Levin. Throwing right. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Third and long coming up. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the right. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing Reed. Right side, it's Bussey. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Out wide right, it's Green. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Turns it upfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Right side, it's Berry. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic, so usually one guy not going to get...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Snapped on 4th down. Oh, pressure's coming. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Quick give. It's Owens. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, Why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of...
Snags it, and there's running room. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Reed. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip and tuck affair. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Under pressure. Out wide left, it's Riley. He'll be dropped.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on fourth. Wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Reed to throw for it on fourth. Hauls it in. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The extra point here would tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll bring it out. It's Hall. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Out wide right, it's Watkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Durham. He's got the first down. He's stopped it. He's got enough to move the chain.
Love the work by the running back on that drop play. He sold like he was going to be pass blocking. At the last second, got the handoff, and right away put his foot in the ground to get upfield.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Here's Durham one more time. Turning it on. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They move on top here in the fourth. for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they certainly finished it in style with a 71-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Might have a chance. Pass to 50. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Number 24, set to kick this one.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Hits inside. It's Berry. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Lemon. Left side is Watkins. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Wants to throw one first. Right side, it's Dura. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Going with the counter play here. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not...
Wait just a second. They're going to go for it here, and man, if they don't get it, it brings losing into the equation. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in them. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. They give it back to him. Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
From the gun, it's Morrow. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB Singh. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Going to the run, it's Owens. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Just feeds the running back. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 24, set to kick off.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Moves the pocket. It's Levitt. Out wide right, it's Harris. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used a timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Fresh set of downs going up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. 3rd down play from the gun. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Bringing it back, the 40. And he runs out of bounds with the interception, and that is how we'll finish off this game. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack.